we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Kaepernick. He's got Smith here. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for more. He's got it. Hit the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Rondale Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. First down gets him a yard to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing is Wilson. Stays on his feet. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Escaping the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mark 4. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Again, Wilson. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Mark 4. I'm going to come back to you. Alert, alert, alert. Easy. Cut.
Wilson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 91. Mike 56. Mike 56.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here I come.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 34. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
48.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Kaepernick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Kill. All right, here we go. Mike 56.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Flushed it, and he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Trey Flowers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that's Elliott, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 56. Mike 56. Coming. Kill.
To throw, Kaepernick. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Hooper. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On third down, Wilson. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
That one complete, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Now Wilson on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On first down, Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Ronnie Johnson picks it. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Bring it. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch your head. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Throwing his Kaepernick on third down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56. 56. The mic, boys. 56. Kill.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
To throw, Kaepernick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. To throw is Kaepernick. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
I'm coming after you. Monday. 56, right there, 56. I don't think you got it, son.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named a game for it. Take care of it.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wilson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their route,
and got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Flush to his right.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Kaepernick to throw. Gets this to Moore, and he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
56. Hey, 91.
Now Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he'll be out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got some room at the 30 and some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 45 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Toss left to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody.